Hey DIYers, welcome back. You ever see a tool being used on, say, a TV infomercial or by your favorite YouTuber and you think, man, that's neat, I gotta have that, I'll use it. You go and buy it, only to find out it sits in your garage or your shop and collects dust and never gets used? You know you've done it. We've all done it. In fact, I got 5 right here. I'm gonna show you I did just that. 4 of them aren't even out of the package. 2 or 3 of them are still really good tools I just haven't used. So let's see if any of the ones you got laying around your shop collecting dust are the same that I have. And that first tool is this nice little 1-gallon paint mixer. I mean, it's still got dust on it. I haven't used it. I bought this, well, actually I got it as a gift. Shh, my wife got it. And I had every intention of using this thing when I was painting the house. Obviously I had gallon paint cans. I didn't use it because I was afraid to get it dirty and have to clean it up. But I mean, it's a nice little tool. You just fit it down inside your paint can, turn these knobs and lock it in. Now all I have is water in here. You push this down, stir it around, and then you got a nice handy little pour spout. It's watertight. If you have this sitting in your garage, did you use it? Did you like it? Let me know. And the next tool is this digital protractor. I got this from Tay Tools. In fact, I found it in a box, maybe a week or 2 ago and went, wish I'd have had that a week ago. Ain't that about right? Never even opened it. So let's do so. 2-in-1, you can use it as a ruler. You can use it to find angles. Got the instructions on the back as to how to set it up and everything. Oh look, it comes with a battery. Wonder if it's still good. Well, we'll find out. It's a nice 12-inch ruler. It's kind of heavy, nice steel. It's a little flimsy, but I'm okay with that. First impressions, it's actually kind of a nice little tool. So let me get the battery in it and read how to use the dang thing and we'll try it out. All right, I got the battery in this and played around with it, and actually this is kind of a neat little tool. It's got a nice feature. You tighten this knob up so that it doesn't want to move. You got something you've cut, you want to know what the angle is, you cut it at. You can do it that way. Use it as a digital protractor. Now, I will tell you right out of the box, it wasn't 100% accurate. It is now. And reading the specs on it, it's within 0.3 degrees of accuracy. So how I figured out if it was accurate is I took my digital finder, I zeroed it out like that, took this, it's magnetic, stuck it on there, and it's at 89.9. That's pretty dead on. Then I just took it over to here, 45 dead on. Now that I know my square is what it says it is. So the nice feature is you can turn it on, and that gives you what they call the 2-in-1 angle finder and protractor. If you give it a short push on the on-off, it shuts it off, but as soon as you start to move, it turns it on. Knowing that my stuff is all accurate, put this on the edge of the board, put this flat against my edge here, and run it up, dead 90. Turned it around, set it like this, moved it, dead 45. So to use the protractor part, set the ruler on the edge. We'll take this. Say that should read about 135 when it's all dialed in. 134.9. I think that's pretty darn accurate. The other nice thing is it's in millimeters on one side and inches on the other. I got my eye gauging electronic calipers here, and you can see that's 0. Let's take it out to 1 inch or 1 inch. Let's see here. It looks pretty darn accurate. Let's do a 10 millimeter here. 10 millimeters. It looks pretty accurate. I mean, all in all, this is a great little tool. I'm gonna definitely try and keep this out and use it. I know there's been times I could have used it, I just never knew I had it. If you're not gonna use these every day, take the batteries out. If not, when you go to use it in 3 weeks, it'll wind up being dead. Now, let's go see what tool number 3 is. Now, tool number 3 is actually a very, very, very good tool, and that is these machinist squares. I got 4 different sizes. I got these and I just never got them out of the package. Honestly, I don't know why, but I'm gonna get at least one of them out. They came in pre-packed with just a little bit of oil in them to keep them from rusting. Now these machinist squares are supposed to be very, very precise. I got 4 of them in fact. And I really don't know, other than they got put down underneath on the shelf and forgot they were there. Don't know why I haven't used them. They're really accurate to do setups with. I'll show you what I mean. So for like on your miter saw, it can be used to set up 90. Make sure your blade is at 90 to the table. It is not, which means I've got some adjusting to do. You can also see if it's 90 to the fence. Another use would be to check 90 of your table saw, and right there it is, dead on 90. You could check square of your fence to the table. I am dead on. So these machinist squares are actually really good tools, and I'm gonna try my best to get them out a little more. And you didn't see it, but off camera I played with my table saw till I got the blade set exactly 90 degrees. Couldn't help myself, I had the tool. Before we go on to that 4th tool, let me know in the comments, have you bought any of these tools? If so, do you actually use them? Let me know. So what's the fourth tool in this line of tools I bought on a whim? It's this scribing tool. I got this thinking I was going to use it for something. I have no idea what. And it's probably a pretty good tool. Get it out here and give it a whirl. But basically how it works is like any other scribing tool. It's just a little fancier. Comes with nice instructions on how to use and set up. And basically, you know, it's just like any scribing tool that you've seen. And that is you set it against some sort of work and you just run it along, and it'll map out the edge. 3 different offsets. I'm sure this tool is going to come in handy at some point in my DIY days. It's just, it hasn't yet. Even though I haven't used it yet, and I've probably had it, a couple of years anyway, I'll keep it around. It'll come in handy that one time you're looking for it and you won't have it. Now this 5th tool is actually a really good tool if you got rounded corners to the insides of your house versus square sheetrock corners. And I actually saw this tool on a YouTube channel. He was using it and I saw that, and I know I'm going to use it at some point because I've got some work to do inside with baseboard, and this will come in very, very handy, and that's what this is for. So let me get it out of the package and show you how to use it. So you see on my house I have rounded or bullnose corners, which I actually like. It's just that when you go to trim them out with your baseboard, you've got to do it like this, and that's just what this tool is for. It's designed to put on there to where it fits tight and snug, so it's not offset. So you draw from here, go back to your measurement, whatever that is, say it's 38.5. You'll cut a board 38.5, and you'll cut it with a 22.5 degree angle. The short side of your angle will come to right here, where that pin mark is. You'll do the same thing going this direction, cut your board, and again, inside or the short side of the board will fit right there. And then what you can do is just take a measurement from the two, either the short sides or the long side, as to how wide that piece needs to be. Cut it with 22.5s on each side, put it in there, and you got a nice 45 around the corner, 90 if you will. And typically they should all be about the same. If you try to do this, and believe me, I did this. You try to say, oh, I think it's right there, and you do your measurement, and you go, oh, I think it's right there, and you do your measurement, and you cut it. What's gonna happen is you're gonna have a bunch of these pieces that are all different sizes, and you're gonna have gaps and everything else in there, and it's gonna look crappy. As you can see, this baseboard's pretty ugly, and I'm gonna replace it. And this tool is gonna come in very, very handy. And these little holes here, you can drive little nails in to hold it in place if you wanted. So this is a really good tool, and I'm definitely gonna keep this one. And another note, looking on the back of this, it actually tells you that your inside measurement's gonna need to be 5/8 of an inch, provided it's a 3/4 of an inch bullnose, which is what that is. So this is going to be a very handy tool. I just haven't used it yet. So these are the 5 tools I bought on a whim, if you will. 4 of these actually are pretty good. I don't know as I'll ever use this. I might. It's a toss-up. I'm having a feeling no. These machine squares, I definitely need to get them out and use them more. Like I say, this is going to come in handy later. This, I'm just going to have to bite the bullet and get over my OCD issues about cleaning and just get it dirty and use it, because it's a good tool and I just need to use it. And same with this electronic protractor and angle finder. It's a nice tool, and I've had uses in the past. I could have used it, I just didn't know I had it. So I'm gonna keep this out where I can find it and definitely use it. So are there any tools out there you bought that you haven't used? Let me know what they are in the comments. If you want to see some review on some other tools, click the link up here. Or if you want to see some other tools you might need to buy as a DIYer, you can click the link down here. Just remember, if you built it or repaired it, it's DIY test. Till next time, happy DIYing.